You can see my dry knuckle skin.
There we go.
In that photo. Woof.
Uh-oh.
Bad look.
What?
Bad look.
Want to compare knuckle skin?
Mine's
actually pretty good.
Mine's all right today.
This season's been pretty good.
Yeah, man, I've been dry as hell. Look at all these little ashy bits. And,
Sorry, guys, what you're missing out is we're all comparing our knuckle skin.
It was way worse before. There was like the entire back of my hand was like cracked and bleeding. It's only in the backs of my hands. That's where I get it the worst.
That's what happens to me too.
And then I put on. Stephanie has literal rooms filled with all kinds of beauty products.
That's right.
Because for some reason, being a woman means that like it requires about 18 times more maintenance than being a guy in our world, which is awesome. But she has some like wicked ass like hand cream that I put on, and it made my hands burn for like 30 minutes.
What?
Because I guess the skin was so cracked. And then they turned like beet red for like a day. But skin got really smooth.
Really?
Yeah.
And then the redness finally went away. I think my skin was like so cracked that it actually got way lower in my skin than it was meant to. And like, because it had like some mild acid in it too that was really uncomfortable. And I was kind of freaking out for a little bit. I thought I might be allergic to it, but whatever, man. Got past it.
You're okay.
My first encounter of enduring pain for beauty.
They, you know that men, or we're supposed to be moisturizing.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Generally, people,
all humans, really.
People are supposed to be moisturizing, but men never do, because when we grew up as manly, masculine,
moisture was hated.
Moisture was hated, except for maybe one time a day when it was needed.
The only time
I'm
moisture...
talking about masturbation, Criken.
Oh! There we are again, back on the masturbation kick with Bruce.
I'm still so confused by that.
See, I never use moisture.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we just go at it raw.
You don't
Go
have
in
to.
dry.
Yeah, you don't have to.
It's not that difficult.
More friction.
Also, like,
Go at it raw.
I know you develop a sense for it eventually of like being able to. That looks like George Lucas. Being able to like. It's like, do you slide over the skin on the outside, or do you grab it like it's a sheath and then rub up and down?
People do it all different ways.
I think the appropriate answer is a hybrid of the two. You have to get just the right grip strength, so you get the sleeve motion plus the dragging motion. But I think the problem is when people go and dry, maybe they're using the improper technique. It's too much drag. Then they get that friction buildup. Then you get those rough spots. And then you get open sores. That's no good.
Everybody's got their own way. I've seen people do it with
Open sores.
to get 2 fingers and a thumb. There's that.
Like chopstick method?
Like a chopstick method. And then also...
I guess if you're really nailing the glands, you can get some action that way.
Yeah. And then also if you...
It's beautiful, Bruce.
You use... It is kind of beautiful.
We're body positive on this podcast.
That's true. No, you're right.
Talk about your dick.
You're right about that. And then just the thing that I did when I was a kid, one of the first times, I used soap.
Wishing y'all nothing but positive vibes.
Oh, you got TTS
thank you.
The day has gone well so far.
I've always had that.
Yes, soap.
I use soap, but you shouldn't use soap.
No, because then you lose the oils and it gets worse.
I used soap without water, too. So I was really young. I was very, very
Soap
young.
without water? Dude.
So wait a minute.
I was like 10, dude.
It was like you were shaving, so you just work up a lather and then go?
This was
liquid soap?
I want to say this was like
sudsy.
the very first time that I tried it.
Man, 10 is impressive.
I was like very young, and I tried it, and then, whoo boy, was I hurt for days.
Yeah, and you're like, this was a mistake.
And
I'll never do this again.
Yeah, and I was
you
like,
never have.
Well then, and I never have.
But you bounce back. That's the important thing. You fall off that horse, you get back.
I tried to get us off here. I tried to get us out.
I mean, he did. Okay, all right. What do you want to talk about?
No, go ahead. You had your soap story.
That's it.
That was it. That was my soap story.
Irish Spring.
There's actually more.
Do you remember what brand soap it was? Your little shout out. It's
All right.
like your energy.
Yeah.
So you ready? There's more to this story. You ready for this
Okay,
story?
let's hear
I can't
it.
wait.
Let's finish
There's a
it.
lot more. There's always more to the story.
Of course there is. Let's hear it.
Because I generally don't tell stories, but when I do, they're pretty bad.
You do tell stories.
Do I? Oh, good. All right. Either way, it was at the dentist's office.
Oh my god.
Like in the restroom?
And it
What
was in
turned you
the
on at the
restroom.
dentist's
Oh, okay.
office?
I was
Bruce?
10, man.
I thought
That
you might
doesn't
be
answer my
melodic.
question.
Everything turns me when you're
Yeah.
10 years old. Everything turns
The
me.
dentist.
Like when you're just
the least horny place.
Truthfully, it's probably like 11 or 12. But either way,
Okay, I was about to say 10 seems 10 seems like when 10 is that magical time when you get your first boner and you're starting to understand there's another world
That's
out
right,
there.
that's right.
But I don't know that 10 is when you start getting turned on in the dentist's office. Oh, Bruce, you got a hype train, dog.
Do you guys have the hype trains enabled?
I turned off hype trains.
Oh, I like hype trains.
I like them too.
Either way.
They're scam trains.
Either way. Are they scam trains?
That's what my chat says, and I listen to them.
You get emotes. How's that a scam?
Because they're bad emotes, and I didn't design them.
They're not very
That's true.
good.
We did not design the emotes. Either way, the dentist's office didn't use water because I didn't know what I was doing. Again, I was in the dentist's office and I was 11 or something. So I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Okay.
And I ruined myself.
Was this
I
before,
ruined myself.
Was this before or after your
Ruined
checkup?
myself.
It was
good
before.
question.
It was
Yeah.
before.
Before?
You rubbed yourself raw and then you had to go into the dentist's office and like sit there while they were poking around in your mouth. And you've had dental issues too. So
So wait, were you waiting
this
to be
was
called
before
in
the
or
demo.
something?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, it was, how you go
What
to...
if they called you while you were fucking ruining yourself?
You're in the bathroom. No one's gonna bust in the door.
I didn't think about that.
Make them wait.
You didn't think about much, did you?
No.
Why?
Well, I was 11 years old masturbating in the dentist's office.
Why? Just why? I want an explanation.
I don't. It shouldn't need.
I was
one.
turned on, man.
Yeah.
But
I probably
what?
saw
the teeth.
I probably saw the Sears catalog and got super excited.
Oh boy!
Highlights magazine. It happens to
Like
all
this
of us.
Bring in the bathroom with you, and everyone's like, "Oh God."
Hopefully I did not. I honestly don't remember if I did or not. It was really bad.
Have you ever?
Don't ever do that.
This is a question for everyone in the room and all of chat. Have you guys ever been under you look at you got to be somewhere in 10 minutes and you're like, I got enough time.
I can knock it out.
But then you get in the groove and you're like, oh boy, it's a marathon. And then you're like, you've already built up all this momentum and you haven't done it yet, haven't finished, but you got an appointment. So that's
You gotta go.
You just
Yeah.
take the
A
call.
man on the go.
that's a real Sophie's choice. Do you just like button it up and wait till later, or do you just let yourself run?
No,
late?
you finish.
Okay.
You do it quick.
Once you're in the race, Bruce, you finish the race.
You gotta finish the race. If you don't finish the race, then you're gonna get some embarrassing problems later on in that work meeting that you had to go to. There's gonna be some issues. Like you might have rubbed your penis raw with soap.
That would be an issue.
I like that Criken's the youngest of us
Yeah,
and refuses
the least
to talk.
comfortable.
He hates talking about it.
I guess with age comes lack of
Shame.
integrity,
Lack of class
shame.
or
Yeah.
elegance.
Yeah. Oh yes, of course.
So I'm curious
I'm
about
most
that, Criken.
sophisticated.
Are you just trying to be mindful of your audience and you don't feel like you want to dip there, or is it a personal thing? You just don't feel you don't want to talk about that stuff.
I don't really. I guess I don't know. I've never really opened up about jerking off with soap to my close friends or my audience. So
It's just a funny story. Criken.
maybe, but I wouldn't put it past this being a B12.
Clever.
All right.
Green text.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't have as many, I think, ridiculous stories as that. I was a very sensible kid. Of course, I've got awful examples of stuff, but
oh, do you?
I do, of course.
Like what?
My first experience seeing porn would have been in a similar age, I think, like 10 or 11, maybe 12, and I was on an AIM chat room, and I knew I wasn't supposed to look up this stuff, but there was like a bot account that had linked to porn site, and so I went
Couldn't
through.
resist the
It was
click.
like friend of friend of friend of friend, which then got me onto this account, which had a link. And I opened it up in like an incognito, like every possible way of avoiding having any sort of link on my computer. And I knew enough about computers that I knew no one would find this. And unfortunately, it ended up being like a hardcore site. This was my first time seeing it. So
Like one of the stretchers, a DP, something like that.
well, yeah, the first porn I ever saw was midget porn.
Oh man!
And I was like,
Really?
this is confusing for my 11-year-old brain. But it's also exciting. And I'm like, what is this?
I know
And I'm
exactly
like,
what you
I was
mean.
super confused.
I know exactly what you mean.
How I have a popcorn question for you guys. Can we determine the youngest person, and this is like a cultural question, the youngest person whose first experience with porn was not through the internet? Because mine was.
What does that mean?
Like, you had
Like
to see
looking at a-
physical porn or watch a VHS
You
tape.
can't even comprehend it.
Yeah, right?
There's
Because-
physical porn?
Yes.
Isn't that
there
just
used
sex?
to be. There used to be.
Versus
You got to be joking. Right?
I'm messing
Oh,
with
thank
you.
God! Oh, thank God! Okay, I was like, no way. Because that's why I mean, like, again, by the way, going back to the dentist's office, that's why I was masturbating in the dentist's office, because there wasn't porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
hard
no
to find.
such thing.
Well, Bruce, the first time you saw pornography, was it online?
No.
Okay, so
Absolutely not.
Okay, so you
Yeah, no
are
way.
you're a member of the old guard.
Yeah.
The old guard.
I grew up in the church, so actually I didn't see full on porn until I got the internet.
oh.
because it just wasn't around. And if it was, I mean, I'm convinced now that where I grew up, there was a secret underground community of people that watched porn and smoked weed. But I didn't know any of them because
I played D&D. Don't
yeah,
forget.
and played D&D and listened to Metallica.
Yeah.
But none of that. I didn't do any of that because I love Jesus way too much. The indoctrination was strong. So yeah, it wasn't until I got dial-up and went to I think I was brought
Dial
up
up from the devil.
Internet Explorer and I was like, nudes.com. And lo and behold, yes, there were naked people there.
Yeah.
That actually wasn't an intercourse website. That came later. But well, if you've never seen
Intercourse website.
Intercourse.website.com.
Oh my god! Yeah, that was the first search. Like, it exists.
Well, that was actually, I think, that was the first time I'd ever seen a naked woman too, and I think I was 14 or 15.
Wow.
Neglecting when I was a newborn. I'm sure I got a glimpse of my mom somewhere in there. But,
Of course, neglecting when I was.
we also but I remember being in junior high. We had a health studies class, and we were going through the book linearly, basically chapter by chapter, and the sexual reproduction chapter was coming up, and I was like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. The teacher skipped it. Hold on, leapfrog, no
Come on.
So,
That's
yeah.
so messed up.
That sucks.
That's Texas, baby. That's abstinence only education, which
Wow.
The teacher
by the math
skipped it?
clearly works. Yeah, just hopped right over it.
You didn't go back in the textbook and look at it?
I think I flipped through, but those were anatomical drawings.
Oh.
And yeah, nothing sexy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they try to make those as ugly as possible.
That's because the human body's ugly.
So people aren't tempted away from the Lord. We're made in His image, so shouldn't watching porn get you closer to divinity?
That's
what I think.
maybe.
All right, this might come as a shock. I don't think I've actually ever physically had a porn
Looked at a porno
thing.
magazine.
Yeah, no, I've never seen one.
Have you ever held one?
No.
No.
I don't know when I would've.
There's no need.
Yeah.
There's literally no need.
I'm trying to think. I really can't think of one.
VHS of BBC porn? That exists?
I told my
oh,
mom.
wait, that kind of BBC, sorry.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking British
Oh, yeah.
Broadcasting.
No,
Never
it's the
mind.
other BBC.
Oof, that's starting at a sprint. That's you don't really warm up before you go right.
Well, yeah, I mean the when did that go away? Like 1997,
Oh, physical porn?
8?
You can probably look up when Playboy stopped circulating physical, Hustlers.
The sales started going down or something.
And then do you think that kind of forewarned the newspaper dying out and magazines,
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it was just they should have looked at porn physical but dying, and maybe they
should
did.
have looked at porn. I agree.
And they were like, we got to move it all digital. And that's what happened.
Yeah, you're right.
God, it's crazy.
I
Same
mean,
with
you know that's the way everything goes, right?
a lot of stuff innovates based on
Porn
going first. Yeah.
That's what people keep saying about VR. VR hasn't caught on because it hasn't caught on in porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps saying that the best thing to do with VR headsets right now is to just watch porn video, not even rendered things or in-engine things because they all look really shitty. Just 3D porn videos.
Man, I don't know what it is. I just don't want it right here.
Yeah.
Be immersed.
I don't want it right here. I keep going back to.
Oh my God.
It triggers sense memories.
Well,
I feel like if
yes.
it's right there, I can smell it, and I don't want
Okay,
to.
no, he went a different direction than what I was going to say. Have you seen at AnimeCon and in LA last year, and there were a couple other places
I know where
they
you're going
had
with
booths where they had VR porn, things you could try out.
At AnimeCon?
Yeah, in public.
On the floor?
Yes, and they had.
Is this the one where the dudes are kneeling on the ground, sucking invisible dicks?
What?
I was there and saw these.
Look it up. It's the most cyberpunk thing in the world, Bruce.
They had giant blow up
This is
dolls.
going to be a really tough thing to look up.
It's true. That's very true. I saw it on Twitter.
I'm really afraid.
I don't think.
Let me see if I can fish out a link.
If you want to, you can press.
Yeah, you look it up on your own
You can press
thing.
full screen, and I can try it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Bruce, you can go at it.
All right. So what is it?
That is
AnimeCon
delightful.
Porn VR.
Also, God bless the dudes because they get real sensual with their movements.
This is a big risk.
Yeah.
Look up tweet.
Okay.
See if we can get a specific piece of media.
Images of AnimeCon porn VR tweet.
These are all porn sites, Lawrence. What is your plan here?
I'm also on Bing. Hold on, let me see.
Oh yeah, Bing is horny as hell.
Yeah.
Bing's gonna get us
Actually,
there.
Bing's even worse.
Bing's the porn master search engine. They don't filter quite as much. This is
Oh, there it is.
That might be it.
I think that is it.
Click on the
Yeah.
link. Yep. Oh no!
Ooh, they
Did it get
deleted
Did the
it.
tweet get deleted?
Oh, we have to find it. It's close. Just search on Twitter, maybe.
Search on Twitter. Okay. What do you AnimeCon?
AnimeCon What is the name of the
I have no
porn
idea.
company?
I've seen the video, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Booth, maybe?
Yeah.
Let's see here. VR dudes sucking invisible dick.
It was
Let's see if that comes up.
it was at a hentai booth, maybe. Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's see here.
Oh boy, those video links are intense.
Anime porn, VR.
Any of those last three
let's try this.
links might be it.
Let's try
That's a
this.
lot of dick. Wow.
Was it hentai VR?
No, I would go back.
Go back
Yeah, and any one of those three. The articles probably have it saved somewhere.
God damn it.
in here.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Oh no!
I feel bad that I searched.
Here we
that.
go.
Oh, okay. Wait, is this the one where they try to?
That's the one I was referring to.
There's one where a dude is like humping a VR girl, and then somebody comes to like try to like collect him,
play that
and he
video.
starts like swatting at them and screaming. Oh boy, look at him go. Is his dick actually out? Is he really?
I don't think it's not. No, it's in public.
I don't know that we can even show this on Twitter.
Yeah. This is States.
He's really going.
He's really getting
So
it, though.
basically, here's
for him.
I'll describe what's happening. There's a man in a VR headset. Well, man. There's a guy in a VR headset
As if that's better.
fucking an inflatable clear doll, and then they keep panning over to a screen where it shows him humping something in VR.
Yep. Squealing, probably.
Yeah, but the
I gotta get that. I gotta get rid of that.
We're good now. We can go
Yeah,
back.
Yeah,
go back.
we can go
All
back.
right.
it's more that it's at a convention where there's
Yeah.
people cheering him on, and it's like just a whole lot of just a weird future. Like, oh man.
It's really. I mean, like maybe I'm just old fashioned, but I think it's kind of gross to have it right up here like this, like right in front of your face.
Very sophisticated of you. You like to appreciate your porn at a distance.
I'm all right with porn at a distance. So there's a thing that I keep going back to.
You like being clean in general.
I do. I'm a very
Yeah.
clean person.
Because when
Generally,
you eat, you wipe off your beard a lot.
I'm
and stuff?
constantly wiping off my beard, and I hate having sticky hands. That comes from when I was like a baby. But there's a story that I know. Actually, a working director. His name is Joe Lynch. Was an old friend of mine at G4, and he told me a story where he was like, "Yeah, like I'm looking for work." This is way back when he was looking for work, and he was like, "So I got an editing porn gig," and he said watching 8 hours of porn and trying to edit the porn. So it made him feel the grossest he's ever felt.
Yeah, that would.
And because like having to watch it over and over and over.
Yeah.
Eventually, he was like he could start smelling it, and you could just hear the noises, and he just hated it.
I'll just ruin sex.
Yeah, and because I mean, like maximum, you guys maybe watch porn for what, 20, 30 minutes?
Seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it down to a science, man. I got shit to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you're not gonna sit there, like I don't want to watch porn for longer than that. It grosses me out. It grosses me out.
WebM technology has really made the pipeline efficient.
That's right.
Pun intended.
That's right.
God bless, like 60 FPS, 2 megabytes. Great. Find exactly what you want. God bless your Reddit and various 4chan threads for also categorizing everything. So you're just like, what flavor am I in the mood for today?
BBC or DP or
No, just keep on scrolling. One of the things that I do appreciate about that is that in a lot of the ways, and in some ways, this is kind of the operating principle of this podcast. So now you cannot be offended when I bring this up.
Got it.
Is that the proliferation and ease of access really does expose to you just how kind of vast and weird people's predilections are. I don't know, man. The feet thing is coming out of the woodwork, and maybe it was always there. Again, pun intended, because on the ground.
It's always
but maybe it was always there, and everybody just. One of the things that actually does make me feel good, even though I don't benefit from it, is that there's some dude who maybe, I don't know, grew up in a small Texas town and has a foot fetish and never knew that. And didn't think that it was normal or that people shared that until they get on the internet and they see a thread with 20,000 replies of just some lady rubbing her feet together. And all of a sudden he feels accepted and like there's a home for him.
You're just describing yourself again.
Am I? Oh.
Some dude from Texas.
Yeah.
Small town in Texas, maybe grew up
Love
in a
Jesus
very...
a lot. Definitely didn't masturbate in a dentist's office.
Yeah.
I mean, no, nobody does that.
Combining both of your fates into one poor sad sap that's watching us now on Twitch. Hi, everybody.
It's nice though. I like it.
I see your point though. I think there is something nice about finding a like forbidden community that shares your weirdness. Hopefully you find that beyond porn, but hey, maybe some people that's Oh God! Oh, I hate that picture.
That's a weird picture.
I love like forced perspective photography.
Yeah. God.
There's like a
that's the point of the internet, though.
Yeah.
Is that we can all find our little communities and be like, hey, these people like the same thing, but as always, there's a disadvantage to that.
Right. certain people and communities get solidarity when maybe they shouldn't. No, it's something I've been trying to focus more on even mentally lately. I think we're now entering a phase where certain people and certain organizations have found ways to weaponize found ways to weaponize the human instinct to tribalize and the us versus them mentalities and stuff like that. Happening a lot on Facebook. Won't get into it, but nice. As
sweet jump.
As easy as it has been for me to fixate on all the ways that the internet is changing the human experience for the worse, boy, is it doing a lot of good.
It is. Yeah.
Like just yesterday. No, this is fine. I don't know if this is going to geolocate me too hard, but like I see a lot of stuff happening on Nextdoor where like people will just be kind of like vaguely racist or something like that. But then somebody will be like, hey, one of my family members has gone missing, and then everyone in the neighborhood is like, okay, we'll all look out. I just saw her over here.
That's nice.
I saw them at this store, and then like you put the word out, and just through the ability to communicate instantly with a group of people can do some really wonderful things.
Yeah.
It is really great. It's really great, but then also terrible. At the same time, just like everything else in the human experience, it can be used for good or used for evil.
Absolutely.
Internet, it's the blank slate. You can do both.
I don't know if is there anything that you can use only for good? In the world, ever?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Ever? Because I don't think there is. I think that
it goes both ways.
It always goes both ways. That's the point of being a human.
Well, I feel like even more fundamentally, Bruce. Maybe I'm going too far with this, but it feels like it's approaching the idea of like, is there a selfless act? One that's done purely out of generosity, not because you feel guilty or you do to make yourself feel good. I believe that there is, but
I can tell you there is because I've been watching a lot of My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And yes,
boy, is that man selfless.
That happens all the time.
I'm glad you're getting into that show, Bruce. I feel like
best.
Everything you've been complaining about
really
with JoJo's isn't so much.
JoJo's is trash, and
oh boy.
Unfortunately having watched them back to back, which is terrible.
Yeah.
Because JoJo's is like whatever. And it's kind of just throwaway anime. It's like it's anime for the sake of anime.
Well, it's pardon the interruption.
Please.
JoJo's supposed to be more about style. So it's the clothes, it's the posing, it's
totally.
the vaguely homoeroticism combined with like flashy fighting. It's the feminine aspect of the shonen. Whereas most of the time in shonen, it's just shirtless Dragon Ball Z guys screaming and flexing. So JoJo's has a more feminine like aspect to it, which I think gives it a different sort of flavor. But story-wise, pacing-wise, yes, it is trash.
And My Hero is fantastic storytelling.
Pure.
It's so good, and you know what it is? It's Harry Potter.
I thought it was Naruto. I guess to some degree.
Because I haven't watched Naruto. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because they go to a magic school.
It's Harry Potter. I mean, like almost.
I like Harry Potter.
Almost beat for beat. I love Harry Potter, and
I do. I'm young enough to like Harry Potter.
Have you watched all of My Hero yet, or no?
No, I've watched the first few episodes, and then Deku cried too much, and I stopped watching.
He stops.
It turns.
When does he stop?
It takes a while.
It takes a while. 40 and 50 episodes, but Deku does grow as a character. It's just you got to adopt the anime timeline there.
But it turns into Harry Potter. So like, because it I don't want to spoil it, but I promise it turns into that. And like I've said before, what the number of these things like
Matt Danovic and with the Prime subs, holy shit, man!
Hey,
Matt
Danovic, there he is.
I owe you a revision to my one sheet. I'll do that. Anyway, sorry to
Is that why he's showing up?
No, I doubt it.
He's like reminding you of your homework.
But most content now, I keep waiting for someone to make the wrong decision and like turn into a kind of a bad person, because that's the way it goes generally in drama. Is it usually like there are characters you can count on in drama, but
Correct
then
the hero.
sometimes they'll get corrupted and you're just like, why did they do that? Well, this doesn't do that. This is like, it's from what I've seen, because I've watched almost all the episodes now.
Oh, what?
I'm almost all the way done.
In season 4?
I'm halfway through season 4.
Dude, nice. I guess we're about at the same point then.
I'm
finding the time to watch all this anime.
I've been watching 2 hours of My Hero a night. Not a joke.
Wow.
2 hours. Like, I should be going to bed, and I'm sitting there watching it because I love it so much.
Crap. Nice.
But yeah, it's almost done. So either way, it hasn't happened yet, and I keep waiting for like some good character to turn bad, and thank God it hasn't. I'm really glad that it hasn't.
No, the closest it gets, and Bruce, to some degree, I feel like an aspect that might resonate with you that I really, really liked is there are parts where they reinforce that the goal of the hey, I did something like that.
So did I.
The goal of the hero is to protect people, not to beat villains. So there are arcs where like a hero will get caught up in the conflict and want to win, and then the other characters have to check them and be like, hey, this isn't about you. This is about protecting people and doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Which is a really cool thing, and I feel like that's where that storyline would go, and that's the closest they get to like corrupting heroes, is that they sometimes lose sight of the actual reason they're doing what they're doing, but they often are reminded of it and then work hard to come back to it, as opposed to flying off the handle. Even the character that's teed up to be that the most even has a whole arc where you're like, okay, this is when he's going to turn evil and get tempted away, and then it doesn't happen.
Which one is that?
Byakugo, when he gets...
Oh, Bakugo, yeah.
I don't know. I love that show because sometimes it does tee up that sort of thing. You're like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
And then it doesn't happen.
You gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yes, sir.
spoilers.
That's
I
really
guess.
It's I mean, it suffers from, anime-itis, which is like, it'll draw out something that probably should be 2 episodes and is instead 4. Still good though. Still really great. So, that's not spoilers. Don't worry about spoilers. Come on, guys.
You just told me it might be a spoiler.
I guess saying something that doesn't happen is kind of a spoiler, but whatever.
Sure.
Like, how is he gonna talk about it? Yeah, it's great. I just love it that I've talked before about just getting fatigued of cynical media, and that's been a lot of stuff. Marvel's pretty good about not doing that. DC is way into cynical town, which is kind of frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, a show like My Hero that is relentlessly positive and just filled with characters that are trying to do the right thing all the time.
Oh, that's great.
It's so nice. It really does make me... I realized for a while when I was watching certain shows, I would just feel like crap.
Yeah.
Like Breaking Bad is a good show, but it made me just feel like trash.
Yeah, a lot of the good shows are really dark on humanity and hope and everything.
And they even like tee up characters that like they toy with you. So they'll introduce a character that's really likable and then do the worst possible thing to that character.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I'm just like, no, I don't want this, man. I don't want to feel like garbage every time I watch something. That's not the point of media for me.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not teaching me anything,
Like,
or giving me anything to think
BoJack
about.
Horseman's one of my favorite shows
it's such a good
ever.
show.
Yeah, and I just finished it recently, and like
So sad.
it's it was one of those things where like, man, I feel enriched as a human for watching that, but also like I need to take a seat. Like I'm like done for the day now.
Yep. I haven't watched the most recent season. I need to, but I'm like dreading it because I know what it's gonna be. But it's still great.
Yeah.
It's still fantastic. So.
Wow, we really covered
Sad.
everything from porn to anime to depressing shows.
Well,
What else is there?
I got some uplifting stuff for you. I guess continuing to talk about vapid media, but got a hot cyberpunk scoop this week.
Oh, is that Cyberwatch? We have the graphic ready?
Cyberwatch. Oh, I guess there's the JPEG
We
still.
didn't make a single graphic. Maybe we can.
Nope. I got
You want
distracted.
to email it to me?
I mean, it's the same one as before.
Oh, I think I might have deleted that. Will you click
Oh.
full screen? Let's see if I can find it in my email.
Or you just flash your fingers on the camera.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll just do that.
All right.
Cyberwatch.
Wow.
Production's out.
Cyberwatch.
Want to make it
Cyberwatch.
sound like a synth sound, maybe with your mouth?
All right.
Good
I'll
enough.
go back. Are you good? You're good, Bruce?
All
Okay.
good, yeah.
This one, if you've been tracking the news feeds, maybe you got this, and this actually was. Oh, thank you. I appreciate all those.
Look at that. Your
Digit-
chat's got it.
popping off over there.
Handled there.
So, like I said, every week my plan was to emotionally extort my girlfriend to get information out of her.
And how did it go?
This week I didn't even have to. She just coughed up that hot scoop all on her own.
Wow.
Wow.
Quite accidental, but here's the hot scoop: is that CDPR has actually canceled their plans to attend PAX East.
Is that for real?
Yeah, hot
Oh,
scoop.
wow.
Which kind
Real
of
facts.
put me in a rough spot because I bought plane tickets to go out there, and now all of it's canceled. So I had to, which means I'm not going now.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, I had some fun phone calls with JetBlue and American, who both very politely informed me that I don't get any of that money back.
You should be able to get put it towards another flight, right?
Not on JetBlue because I bought an economy ticket.
Fuck.
American I can, but there's a $200
right.
change fee, so I get some of it back
Fuck.
on a future trip. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. But hot scoop, that's not happening.
Lawrence
now.
isn't going.
And I feel bad bringing it up because Stephanie felt really bad. She had tweeted it out, I think, and on all of a sudden, all these news outlets like dogpiled on the tweet and like we're hitting her up for a comment and stuff like that.
Shit.
She's on vacation right now too,
Oof.
so she was going to go from her vacation to Boston and then on to Poland, but all of that has been delayed. So on coronavirus concerns because the CDC made their announcement basically saying like.
Yep.
This might be really bad.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
CDC
that.
Yeah, they officially announced it, and don't want to. It was pretty shitty because apparently the Trump administration had been trying to bury it because they didn't want it to affect the stock market. But the CDC did actually say, like, you guys should get prepared to, like, maybe stay at home or maybe find, like, care for your kids.
Yep. They just declared a state of emergency in San Francisco.
Really?
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then the stocks did tank because of it, but...
I think I might have it, Criken. Sorry.
Don't even joke. Monster.
It's not as bad as the flu, all right? Everybody's saying it's not as bad as the actual flu.
I thought it was a little bit worse than the actual flu.
Well, you know, I could be wrong. I read an article from a doctor that was like, guys, the flu is way worse than this.
Oh, okay. I think
the problem is there's so much information out there that's really hard to know what to believe.
Definitely.
You know, and some of it is clickbaity, others is actually trying to be helpful and downplaying things, and you don't really know.
I think, for us and hopefully everyone in chat that are strapping of age individuals, it's not so much a concern. It's, kids and the elderly and people with compromised immune systems that have to super be careful. But I think we all of us have a responsibility, like we do all the time, to just try and be mindful of the fact that we live in a society. And that means, just washing your hands. Wash your damn hands, people.
When you sneeze, do this.
Yeah,
Or
do the
cough,
Batman
go
cowl
like
when you're
this.
sneezing.
Yeah.
But wash your hands. Holy crap, man. We've known this for a century about. Please wash your hands. If the Talk to the Internet challenge this week, wash your hands, please.
Do it.
It's funny because
challenge.
No, just wash your hands.
We have
once.
such a low bar. At some point, just try it. See if you like it.
Here's actually, this is good food for thought, and I don't mean to push it. I don't mean to push it here, but it was about gun control and how, like, fathers in particular want to own guns because it makes them feel like they're protecting their family. That's fine, but it turns out that, like, the data kind of implies that you protect your kids a lot better if you teach them to wash their hands and, like, just do a lot of laundry. Like, the actual science about what kills kids is more about illness, and if you teach your kids proper and healthy habits of cleanliness, that does a lot more for protecting them and their well-being than just having a gun in the house. So, I don't know. I find it interesting about how sometimes we as humans will have the data about how to solve a problem, but we decide we want to do something else because it feels cooler.
What do you think about having a gun to protect from the coronavirus? What do you think about that? Would that work?
I believe it would.
Well, technically, a bullet, if you shot it, it would probably hit the molecule, like the individual cells.
That's
so
true.
you would be able to get some of it.
You kill a few of them.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure. Because I bought a gun.
Okay.
As long as you wipe it down with alcohol swabs
you got to wash the gun every once in a while, otherwise it's going to build up.
Is there anything more manly than disassembling, cleaning, and reassembling a gun?
I mean,
well,
loving your
that's more
child?
just military.
Bruce, I said manly. Jeez. What about cranking one out in the dentist's office? That's pretty.
That's
manly.
pretty manly.
I mean, that's when you're becoming a man.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the coming of age story.
That's the coming
literally.
of age story that everybody's had, right, guys?
Yes, coming of age.
I can't wait for that that like biop of Bruce.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
biopic, yeah.
Yeah, the moment I realized I was going to be something.
What if
I was rubbing one out with dry soap in the dentist's office?
What if? All right.
God.
Manliness, 300% Chad. You're having sex with a transparent torso while in VR.
Right. Yes.
And dismantling and cleaning a gun at the same time.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because you could totally do that in VR.
Yes, you
could
could
do it all in VR.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, the gun is in real life.
Oh, the guns are okay.
But you have a VR helmet on, so you just got to do it by touch. You got to know.
Is that far? Oh my god, it is.
I know.
What the fuck? Okay. Sorry.
Nothing's more manly than that, Lawrence. That's what you wanted me to say, so I'll say it.
Right on.
There you
Or Bruce, perhaps the manlier thing is my new energy drink sponsor. Sorry, I'm rolling through my bits. I don't.
Wait, what was the scoop?
I don't want to railroad.
That they're not at PAX
Yeah,
East.
that's it.
Okay.
But that's a real one.
I would say the scoop.
You know who is a PAX East, I believe. Oh, unless they pulled out two, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh yeah.
The first time it's going to be revealed.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so
you,
all right,
you
hold
big
on.
Baldur's Gate
I'm a
fan?
not Baldur's Gate, but I'm a huge Larian fan. So I love Divinity 3 or 2.
Why should I be excited about it?
Because if you like RPGs, Okay. Well,
I don't know
never
about
mind.
Bruce's.
I'll
like
just stop
some
there.
RPGs.
I mean, they're like core CRPG kind of developers, right?
Yes, they make what I believe to be the best RPG.
Well, then that's
games.
like a resounding
But this
endorsement.
is like top down, like tiny little characters,
Yeah.
tons of stats.
Yeah,
I know-
but
I
it's
know
like
what-
it's simplified in a more accessible way. I feel like if anyone's going to get into like a tabletop-esque digital game, then Larian's games are probably the best way to do that. So it's like,
is it multiplayer?
yeah, you can do co-op, you can do
That I would totally do.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
it's meant to be like super open world where you can like
Should we play together?
I would love to play.
you guys should play Divinity 2 together.
I wanted
be
to
fantastic.
find somebody to play Divinity Original
Yeah,
Sin 2 with.
we played through with my boys all the way through with a mod pack. That was incredible, and there's so much content in that game.
Yeah, I've heard
pretty good.
DOS2 is like the kind of game where you can spend 100 hours just in the starting area
Oh, yeah.
doing all the content.
It is insane amount of content, and really good stuff. Like the story is actually super good, and you can put a lot of role playing and spin on your character if you want to. If not, then it's like basically a combat sim where it's like you're playing war games with individual heroes.
Badass.
So yeah, highly recommend it.
When does it come out? Do we know?
Well, no, Divinity 2 has
no,
been out for a long
no,
time.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate
3.
They haven't announced.
Got it.
That's all I'll say.
Are you up on the Baldur's Gate lore? Because I played a little bit of
little.
Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, yeah.
I only just know a lot of Forgotten Realms stuff from D&D,
Gotcha.
but
It is in Forgotten Realms?
yes, it is
Okay.
set in the same universe. If you play the Baldur's Gate games or know that lore, I think continue that story.
Were the Baldur's... So I know a lot of people's experience with Baldur's Gate was probably like the PS2 action RPGs. What is it called? Dark Alliance or something like that? Oh wait, was that EverQuest? Fuck. There was a Baldur's Gate branded game that seems like more people played than Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, like the BioWare games way back on PC. So I don't know what... I've already lost everybody. I didn't know what universe that
Criken's still
that
there
game
with
was
you.
in. Am I wrong about that? I don't remember. Chat, let me know if I'm off here.
Yeah,
Oh boy. Mega Dirk in there with the emotes in every chat. Nice.
I don't really know all of the specific lore
Dark
of
Alliance,
Baldur's
all right,
Gate.
thank you. Doobie.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was in Forgotten Realms or not. I don't know anything about the various continuities of D&D.
That was yes, maybe. I don't. That was brought up at some point when I was talking to people there. So I don't know the answer because I didn't know what it was, but
That's all right.
it was known by them. So yeah,
Well, I'm excited to play with my friends.
Well, Bruce,
that's what it's all about.
when that happens, my new energy drink sponsor is going to really help you. I keep
This one's
ramming it in.
brutal.
Yeah, this one's brutal. So Bruce and Craig, as you know, we're many weeks into this podcast, and I'm still poor. No sponsor. And I can only assume that it's because my approach has been off every time. I got a dynamite product.
16 weeks, yeah.
16 weeks, yeah. Got a dynamite product here in my representation, my ability to influence. Excellence par none. Unlimited audience members. Really, the only thing is my approach. So I've been trying to retool it, see when I get the bites. I feel like I finally discovered the root of the problem after 16 weeks. I've been coming top down. I've been thinking about the sponsors that match me. That's not right at all. I need to go bottom up. I need to change my audience
Oh, wow.
to match the
a lot of work.
sponsor.
That's a lot of work. Okay.
Well, I'm not the one doing it, it's them. They're the ones that are going to have to change their entire lifestyles.
That's true. That's true. They're willing to do that for you.
They should be. And I have to inspire them.
Right?
To do that.
Right, Lawrence's chat? You guys are willing to change for Lawrence? They're all going to say yes.
Yeah, they have to. Because I'm making them. So here's the deal.
Would you say that you are a power bottom?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
I'm pushing from the bottom up.
All right.
Elevating them whether they want it or not.
Everybody call him a power bottom.
And the thing is, look at me. Basically, ideal human form right here.
That's right.
I got the mass, I got the power, I got the intelligence.
That's right.
And most importantly, I got the energy from Rockstar X-Durance.
Ooh,
300 milligrams of caffeine per can.
X-Durance? Not even endurance?
No,
it's X-Durance?
X-Durance. Hold on, let me get that full screen so Rockstar gets that premium placement there.
But you didn't. They didn't pay for
they've
it.
not paid for this, by the way.
Not yet. Yeah. Once everyone in my chat gets jacked out of their minds on 300 milligrams of caffeine and also taurine and.
There's a big sign that says 0 artificial colors.
Yeah,
because that was what I was really worried about.
Guys, we got BCAA aminos.
0 sugar.
0 sugar.
No sugar.
0 juice. No juice.
What is in this?
But you're gonna get some juice. I'm glad you asked, Criken. We got
Chemicals.
L-leucine.
See?
L-leucine.
Yeah, that occurs naturally in nature.
Yeah.
It's real. L-isoleucine.
See?
And L-valine.
That you find that on the ground.
L-valine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you find that
Like
just sitting in your,
Valium.
It's
like
paleo,
off-brand.
baby.
that's sitting in your
It's
dirt.
paleo.
You just scoop up a bunch of rocks, toss it. This is what you got.
It's in your garden.
I just shook it a little bit. That's going to be a problem.
I'm curious to see what the color is because it says no artificial color. So
Yeah.
Tap the top.
it's
Lawrence.
100% natural
that
gravel
first.
color.
People always do that, and I always said it didn't work.
There's no way.
Yeah.
How can that possibly work? How
people
can
say-
vibrating the can reduce the pressure
if you
inside?
do this? I know, that's what I always said, but try it.
That's what
I
I've
think
heard.
it just makes you wait so that the pressure makes the.
Somebody says tap sides.
Y'all are too goddamn.
There's no way, right? Doesn't make any sense.
Talk to a physicist.
That doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, so here's the deal.
At the bottom. No, don't do
Give it
that.
another little shake there. Thank you for that. Listen, I pound heavy weights and I pound hard games.
That's right.
I'm pounding it all day, and so I need a little lift to get through all that. And once all of my thrall, the people that are under my command as an influencer, start living my lifestyle.
Under my command.
Start living my lifestyle. They're gonna need this too. And once I get all of them pounding this shit and lifting big weights and beating hard games,
That's right.
then Rockstar has no choice but to come crawling to me.
Let me ask you a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Do you think your audience currently represents that ideal?
No. That's why I'm intimidating them
Here's
right
what I propose. We send them away
What?
until they're ready
I understand. Yeah.
to embody these ideals. So hopefully they're going to transform.
Careful. that's gonna get
Hold on a second, let me-
real bad.
think I like
Just
this
make sure you don't spill it on any of the electronics.
Take my glasses off too.
Everything's very delicate in here.
So I gotta get a finger on there. No, that's not so bad.
Oh, okay, all right, good.
I guess tapping the top worked, huh?
I don't. Who
Yeah.
knows?
You got to shake it a little bit.
Ah. Got a little spray on that one.
Ah,
It's
whatever.
clear. It's very clear.
There's no artificial colors whatsoever.
Yeah.
I can
It's like
see
water.
I can see the L-valine.
You can see the power.
Oh, the Valium's in there.
If you look through it, you can see the credits to Battletoads.
Wow.
Oh wow!
It's like holding a shell to your ear, but for video games.
All right, you think Lawrence's chat is ready to come back?
Well, let me take a sip and I'll tell him.
Hold on, let's see here. Are you guys back? Guys, are you ready to come back? I don't think they're ready to
I
come
don't think they're ready either.
Kiwi strawberry, that's not bad.
I don't think they're ready to come back.
That's
Guys?
not bad.
Guys? All right, they said we are already here.
I'm already a little shaky, man. I had a cold brew this morning. I'm coming down off of my coffee detox, which means I'm going back up on coffee.
Huh. Wait, you're
so-
coming down from your coffee detox.
So it means he's
Is that a
drinking.
double negative?
He's drinking coffee now.
And I'm drinking coffee.
Were you already drinking it before?
No, I took a break.
Oh, okay.
I went to green tea for a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
green tea's good for you.
Yeah, well, so it's funny. I consume a lot of commercials just to give me perspective on American culture. Also, commercials are fascinating because they get huge budgets crammed into 30 seconds. I don't know. It's a weird media production thing. But what I love doing is tracking the meaningless buzzwords that people use to sell like health foods and stuff over time. And we are currently on the tail end of antioxidants, which is nothing. It's nothing. But people keep bragging about antioxidants in their damn food because it doesn't mean anything.
It's actually bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Just a few years ago, they found out because I was taking a multivitamin with antioxidants, and people were like, "It helps cancer." It doesn't.
Yeah. Free radicals, Bruce.
I don't think we should be helping cancer.
There's
Just a hot take from me.
but there are entire
That's a
phases in
really
like
hot
food
take.
marketing where they come up with something that does not matter and then they push it into everything they sell. And then it's just like rise and fall. Now let's see here. Now we're on non-GMO was a thing for a while. There's a thing now that's so gluten. Like saying that something's
Gluten-free,
gluten-free when
yeah.
it never even remotely had gluten in the first place.
They say that about vodka.
Yeah.
I was like, I know vodka doesn't have gluten.
You can
in
get
it.
like gluten-free gummy bears. That doesn't make it whatever.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So I had a conversation this morning. Lawrence had a conversation yesterday. We haven't told you about this yet.
I haven't had a conversation for 3 days. This is really exciting.
We may actually get a real energy drink sponsorship for the show.
Yes.
What?
Yes. 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 Yes.
See the surprise,
How?
surprise and Criken.
Did one of them see one of these things? And
I've been telling the fields, Criken. What do you
Okay,
think I'm
the
doing all week?
fields.
Did you
Yes.
see Criken's face? He was so disgusted.
You went to like the energy drink district of downtown, and you're like just shopping up.
I'm shaking them down.
You would like show up with your little like snake oil box, and you're like, "Here's what I can do for you." And you put down your drinks.
I put out my folding table at the subway.
I'm not going to say
subway terminal, and
I'm not going to say what the sponsorship is yet, but I will say that there's a pretty real possibility.
Is it Coke Gaming?
No.
God, I wish.
You wish.
I mean, I've been joking about it on my stream, so they probably know.
Oh, you have been? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Meat clown.
Don't spoil it for Criken.
Oh, that's a classic image.
Don't spoil it.
I like that.
Oh, is it?
Meat clown.
That's one of those where it's been on the internet for like 15 years and it makes the rounds.
Don't spoil it for Criken Lawrence's chat. All right.
Don't spoil it.
Don't tell him what it is.
Him's energy. I like that. Juice you up and give you a boner. Also make hair grow out of it. I love it. I love it so much. It's fun now, I think, to like... I feel like... I don't know, it's weird, because Bruce, you and I have done our fair share of like plugging ads on behalf of other companies.
Yeah, jeez.
Like, every week, 3 of them, like clockwork. So it's interesting now to like come back to that game of like talking to sponsors and reading ad copy. Because we get to keep it. But nice.
Well, that was the thing.
And we also get complete autonomy over what we get to say yes and no to. Not that we didn't have that before, but sometimes when there was a big deal,
there'd be pressure.
There'd be a little lean on you to be like, you don't say no to this.
We used to get those. So those ad reads would come through.
NordVPN Energy.
NordVPN Energy. At Rooster Teeth, or actually even at Machinima, when they would be like, "Hey, we sold this thing. Can you guys do the read for it?" And I remember I had to describe this to people at those two companies and be like, "Guys, like," because they would always be like, "Make sure the talent is excited about the read." And I was like, "But you understand that nobody gets to keep any. Like, they're just doing it for the company. Like, we just get paychecks. It doesn't matter how many ad reads we do, whether or not it's a lot or a little." And then they would come back and be like, they weren't excited about it. And I was like, you're not understanding.
Yeah.
Nobody gets paid for this. And now we actually get paid for it. So it's actually really great to be excited about. Like when I did a sponsored stream yesterday for 2 Point Hospital. Oh. And I was like, this is great. I would have played this game anyways. So I was excited about it, and then I get to keep the money.
Yeah, weird.
This is crazy.
That's what I find interesting is that, like, when we were with Rooster Teeth, I would see people accusing us of, like, being biased or something like that, or shilling for products. And then, like, the perception is that, like, independent content creators are less biased than those people working for companies, which is the opposite. Because independent content creators benefit directly from all their sponsors. Yeah. Whereas if you work for a company, theoretically, you get a paycheck no matter what, which means your actual emotions show more. So I thought that was an interesting dynamic, that people, for some reason, if your paycheck rolled in no matter what, people thought you were less trustworthy than people whose are financially dependent on their sponsors.
Yeah, they're dependent on the sponsors that you give them. Just like, that's why Criken shills a bunch of garbage.
Ouch.
Audio listeners, I am deeply offended. I made a face that showed
so much offense,
disgust, and betrayal on it.
Criken's the best of us. He's better than both Lawrence and I.
I'm sophisticated.
He's sophisticated. He's never masturbated.
I've never masturbated in my life.
In a dentist's office either.
In a dentist's office.
Or otherwise.
I don't. I only sponsored by Pringles.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was a one-off thing. 2 off, I guess, technically.
Yeah, you did 2 of them.
I did do 2 of them.
Caught you slipping already.
They're good, though.
They were good.
I actually really liked those streams a lot. I loved watching you struggle with that thing that would force a Pringle in your mouth.
Yes.
That was really funny.
That was very fun. It even made it on, like, a couple of the... like, I have some friends in LA from college that work in advertising, and they got like a monthly like write up on like big stuff in advertising this month, and I was one of the things in there.
Oh, that's so
and they were
cool.
like, "Look, you made it in the thing." And it was just a picture of me like, just getting the Pringles shoved in my face,
shoving into your eye.
Yeah, so that's when I know I made it.
That's really neat.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, congratulations on that. That's a big deal.
30 under 30, huh? Wow.
You know, there was a 2 years where I was considered for that actually, and then
really?
And then I aged to over 30.
Ooh.
It's not true.
That's not true at all.
I'm not 30.
Yeah, so it's like, what?
They just assumed, they didn't think I was impressive enough, so they moved on.
Oh.
One day in the next 4 years, I'll make it.
You know what? I'm still holding out hope that I'll be 30 under 30.
I believe in you.
Come on, Criken, right?
Yeah.
Imagine me smashing barriers if I was over 30.
And the first over 30-year-old to be 30 under 30?
Yeah, that list is ages.
That's so brave of you, Bruce. Be for brave. Be for Bruce.
I would really hope that maybe I can get into the, let's say, 60 under 60.
Yeah.
The good thing, the older you get, the wider the pool becomes.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not harder to compete with the likes of Bill Gates and whoever else.
Oh, his time has passed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He's been 60 under 60 for 60 years.
He's already a billionaire.
Yeah.
And Jeff Bezos is, we all know he's a criminal mastermind, so.
He owns the site that you're talking on right now, I'm just saying.
Yeah. And a significant portion of all of our revenue is... Dude, I still... It takes me a while to wrap my head around Twitch Prime and how it's allowed to operate the way it does. God bless.
It's pretty crazy, yeah.
The second that thing ends, like, I want to say 80% of all streamers are going to go, like...
Everybody's
get
fucked.
evicted. Yeah, they can never stop it, ever.
Everybody's fucked.
Ooh.
I mean, hopefully they built in the cost of that into Amazon Prime. Boy, do I hope.
They had to. I mean, they've been raising the price of Prime, but they keep tacking on a bunch of, like, benefits.
They do,
like,
yeah.
The video library and all that stuff.
I use Amazon Prime. I've been using it almost every night because I was watching The Expanse. I watched Carnival Row.
How's The Expanse?
The Expanse is good.
All right.
You might actually like it.
Yeah, no, I've heard it's, like, pretty core sci-fi nerd shit.
It's good. But I've been watching all those things and I'm actually really excited about that show with Al Pacino, Hunters. That just came out on Amazon Prime. I promise I'm not sponsored by Amazon or anything. I actually
Well,
really
you kind of are.
I mean,
We all are, in a way.
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
Work on their platform. Yeah.
How can I get more of their money?
We all have a master.
Gotta, well,
I have no master.
Bruce, you gotta cut that top off and then I guess play a lot of Fortnite? I don't know.
Wait, take my shirt off and play Fortnite? That's
If you took a few swings
I think
of
that is a
X-Durance-
TOS.
Yeah, it actually
We're not
is.
supposed to take our shirts
can't be
off.
shirtless.
Unless it's an accident.
I have played shirtless before because
Yes.
it was so hot in my house. So,
Do
isn't that-
fishnets count as shirts?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is a good question. I'm gonna bring
Depends
back
how big the holes of the fishnet are.
very big.
Like, what type of fish are you trying to catch
An
here?
entire nipple can poke through and will.
Oh, is that the new Batmobile?
Oh, yeah. What do you think of the new Batman? Is he,
I don't like that.
It says
new-
over a Batmobile. I don't know if it's the new one.
Is it not? Is that the new Batmobile?
Oh, it's a Batmobile in Moscow
Yeah.
Oh,
for being oversized. Well, I don't blame them. That would be really obnoxious to park next to.
that's an old one. Oh, okay. All right. Have you guys seen the new Batsuit?
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
felt
crazy about
nothing
it.
about it.
Yeah,
I,
wasn't-
I mean, I like the armored look of it. I like it when Batman looks more like a tank.
yeah.
It's kind of me.
It was.
Also, Boy Pattinson has a Batman chin if I've ever seen
I mean,
one.
he's got
Damn,
a
dude.
real. I mean, he's always had a really strong chin.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just wasn't super crazy about it, which
Whatever.
really bummed me out.
Eh.
'Cause I was
Whatever.
just-
How many Batman movies have you seen in the last 15 years?
Good point. A lot.
You don't have to. It's okay to not be excited for every last like drip of pop media.
That's true. You're right. You're right. Then
God, I wish that were me.
getting.
But Pattinson has a skinny build. Doesn't he?
I'm sure he's bulked up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
for the
sure he's
role.
bulked up, and then they also can just put pillows in it. That's what I did.
What do you mean? That's what you did.
When you were Batman,
I was never Batman. I just wanted to be big.
did it feel good?
Did you put pillows under your shirt? Then?
No,
muscle suit?
I was a ghost for like 3 Halloweens in a row when I was a kid, and then a skeleton because I lost the ghost fat.
Oh,
I see.
you were you had body shame issues, so you just put a sheet over. Were you a t-shirt in the pool kind of guy?
No, I would always. I mean,
Good for you for taking off your shirt.
yeah. Well, I was just really skinny. I just looked like a weedy little
I was very skinny too.
little dork kid.
I was skinny up until about 25, and I started lifting weights every day.
I'm skinny until 25, and then I started putting on weight.
Well, that counts too. I mean,
does count.
As you get older, you put on more weight.
Yeah.
That's just what happens. But also, if you start lifting weights, you get all fucking ripped. Are you gonna
Like
get
you?
ripped? No, not me.
Like you
You
one
get
day,
better than
Bruce?
me. Way better than me.
Really?
Criken, you gonna get ripped?
I'll get ripped.
Get ripped, Craig.
I'll get ripped for you guys.
Thank you.
Kind of a weird.
You're doing us a favor
Yeah.
by getting huge, because then it makes it nicer for us to look at you.
Oh wow. Okay.
Not that it's
in that
bad now.
Okay. No. You made your point.
Bad. It can only get better though.
That can only get better. That's actually not true. As
It
you get
can also
older-
get worse.
As you get older, things start to hurt more, and it's just not it's a thing.
That's why
That's why age sucks.
I'm writing a really delicate line now, because I'm getting older, but I'm also getting in better shape. So I feel like age plus losing body fat is kind of like it's averaging out to keep it a steady
Hopefully it'll
little
balance, yeah.
Yeah, but there's going to be a point where I think I lose enough weight And then the age starts to hit, and I'll just feel like it's all going downhill. We'll see.
Never, Lawrence.
Never once.
You're gonna only get more ripped
And younger.
and
Younger. Yep. Yes. Yep.
There is. How can you?
I think you both can make it to 30 under 30.
Yeah,
I believe in you
Thanks,
guys.
Criken.
Can.
Thanks, man.
I feel like right now, and I can see it in my mind's eye. There's some steps that are a little fuzzy, but I feel like right now I'm on track to, you know how in Indiana Jones 4, everyone loves it. When
Saw it once, but yeah.
when they set up Mutt, was that his name?
Oh, Shia LaBeouf. Yes.
Yeah. Set him up to be like
Mutt.
Yeah, his name is Mutt. Yeah.
the next
Why?
Indiana Jones, and everybody
Yeah.
was like, "Yes, thank God we have a new person to inherit the mantle. That's going to be me, with Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible 7. Yes."
So it's you in that they set it up, but it never happens.
What do you mean? No, it's gonna what? No, no. It happened in Indiana Jones 4.
Okay.
And everyone loved it.
Sure.
And then in
So-
Indiana Jones 5,
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf's gonna be back as the lead.
he's gonna be back as the lead.
Yep.
Similarly, Mission Impossible 7, Ethan Hunt's in trouble, and his son comes out of the woodworks to help him out. Me.
Why is his son 35 years old?
Because I've been off training or something.
Okay, all
I've
right.
been
Off train.
going through. I was a Russian KGB double agent, and I can whoop ass real good. So I'm like, "Hey, Dad, seems like you're in a tough spot." And then
Hey, Dad.
we do the predator
Yeah,
clap,
yeah, yeah.
and then we beat
Uh-huh.
up people together. And then at the end, he says, "Son, you can take my jacket." Or he doesn't really have a
Oh
thing.
yeah,
does he?
Mission Impossible jacket.
Yeah. And then
Is
I'm
that
like,
what he's
"Thank you,
known
Dad."
for? Okay.
I
have never seen it. I think I've seen one Mission Impossible.
I'm just
actually.
encouraged. The first one's actually really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, some of them are pretty good.
Yeah. But oh no, here's how it's gonna happen.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Like Mission Impossible 2, the best of the series that everyone loves. He's gonna take off his
That one's not very
sunglasses. He's gonna throw them towards the camera, except instead of exploding, they'll land right on my face.
Are you the camera?
Dan. Yeah, exactly. Like it's first person.
So it's the
like
first
audience
person of
gets
it
to meet
lands,
me.
and the credits roll in the frames of the
And it says,
glasses.
introducing Lawrence Sonntag.
You're never physically in the shot. It's just implied that we are Lawrence Sonntag.
as Bomb Cruise. That's Tom Cruise's son, or actually Ethan Hunt's
He named his son Bomb.
I got it wrong.
They give me a stage name so that I can play.
I meant to say
Beethan Hunt.
Yeah, I was going to say Beethan Hunt. It's got to be adopted son. Yeah, adopted son.
God, I can't wait.
That's why he doesn't look anything like Tom Cruise. It's because he's adopted.
I fell off my momotorcycle twice already in
Just
real
like
life.
him.
Yeah, he did it once in the movie. I'm already beating him. No, wait, I guess he fell off his motorcycle again in Mission Impossible 2.
Have you ever?
So we're tied.
Have you ever?
He also fell out of a plane a couple times.
I could do that. I did a 45 foot high fall. That's basically out of a plane.
Really, he's so clumsy. How many times has he fallen out of things? I haven't watched the movies that much, but I do know he falls a lot because he's
Yeah.
there on the trailers.
He does.
Well, it's because he does like a lot of his own stunts. Like he climbed that tallest tower in Dubai.
And he
Yeah.
fell off, I bet.
He didn't fall off because he would have died.
He slipped.
Oh, that's
He
good.
slipped or something.
And then
but
he
he's fine.
bonked. He bonked his head.
He learned how to fly a helicopter for a stunt sequence
Wow.
in this most recent Mission Impossible.
That's pretty sick, actually.
And I'm sure he learned how to fly a jet for Top Gun 2.
Oh, yeah.
I'm almost positive he's doing a lot of that.
I don't know what's up with him.
He wants to die.
Yeah,
He
that's
wants to die shooting a movie.
I don't know about that.
he's a strange man.
So there are impracticalities to having your lead also be a stunt performer, as kind of discovered on the set of Fallout. When he twisted his ankle, I think they had to delay shooting. But,
Fallout.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh,
yeah.
Not the
The most recent Mission Impossible.
Sorry, not the game.
Not the game. man.
Okay.
But I mean, if I were him, I'd do that shit. Are you kidding me? Also, like what I think is awesome, and his craziness notwithstanding, it's pretty amazing that he established himself as a really great dramatic actor, and then was like, hey, fuck that, I'm gonna just go be an action lead.
Yeah.
I say just like I feel like in Mission Impossible 3, he still was really great at both. But
No, that's true though.
who else has pivoted like that? Who like started in cinema with like pretty intense dramatic roles and was like, I'm gonna go blow myself up every day. I don't know. Maybe Keanu Reeves is kind of along that track, but I feel like he didn't quite have the clout in dramatic acting.
Yeah, Keanu's kind of always been on the action side, just,
And people have made fun of his acting for years.
Yeah.
Like said like it was like one note or whatever else. And now he's getting the Keanu-sance.
Which is unfair.
the Keanu-sance.
yeah.
Excuse me? Are you I thought you were going to play his
Adopted
his
son.
Yeah, no, I'll also be his drummer in Cyberpunk. No, sorry, I meant unfair and to criticize his acting. I think he had a few rough roles.
How many parts can you play someone's adopted son?
I just have a lot of dads. Are you
So you're going to take over
questioning my breadth as an actor?
You're going to take over for The Matrix and for Mission Impossible?
No, I didn't say The Matrix. John Wick and Cyberpunk. Is what
Cyberpunk, right?
Keanu can keep it. Well, no, he can't actually. I'm actually taking over the Matrix too now. Thank you for reminding me about that. Matrix 4, 5 probably. They didn't call me for this one. But
They didn't call you for that one.
Yeah. I mean, they're still shooting, so there's still time for me.
It's because they got the regular act. They didn't need you.
I just got to hop on a plane, fly over to wherever they are.
Yeah, a good point. Liam Neeson does kind of do the same thing, right? Like he started out dramatic and went to action.
But his action stuff was not great.
Really?
Taken?
I thought Taken was good.
He also didn't do his own stunts.
He did not at all.
Yeah.
And like Taken was okay.
He's
but
also older.
It's not like Hong Kong action, which is more of the like Mission Impossible, John Wick style stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Taken is more the Western stuff of dudes throwing haymakers at each other and growling a lot, which is fine. But
Criken, what's your ultimate dream? I know Lawrence's ultimate dream.
What's my ultimate dream?
What's your ultimate dream? What do you like? If money were no object, you could do anything you wanted to. Didn't have to worry about like talking to people or producing a movie or whatever. What would you do?
I'd still make stuff. I don't
Yeah, for sure. But what would you make?
What would I make?
Would you make like a sci-fi show? Would you make like a movie?
I'd probably make a game more likely than a movie. But some sort of, I don't know. I like shows too. I like stuff that is like constantly developing. And I think games are tough because you work on them for like 5 or 6 years and then you release it and then it's like, well, hope I did it good. And then you can do updates maybe, but you can't really, deviate from what the original deliverable was versus like a show can go all sorts of places. So
what game? Cyberpunk 2078?
I don't think it'd be like an open world game. It would probably be more sandboxy. I don't know. I like games that like players can completely change the way it plays and results.
Yeah.
So it would be something where Criken's dream is the rain room. I forgot about that. Yeah. My dream is to own a house with a rain room.
Nice. You can do that right now, man. Just hook a hose up to your faucet and just poke some holes in it.
Yeah. Just
easy. Tape it to the roof. You're done.
Yeah. I think it wouldn't be like a Minecraft 2.0, but it'd be like some sort of, I don't know. I think the open world games that are multiplayer and have like a system that is like constantly changing are super interesting.
Star Citizen 2.
Yeah, it would be something like, I mean, Star Citizen's way too high scope for me. I don't know how that game exists. But
it doesn't. That's the answer.
Yeah, something like. Boom! I mean,
don't go to the podcast.
It's like the new Mountain Blade. Like I love Mountain Blade for the scale of it, but also how like the level of detail of each individual battle and character. So it'd be something like that, but for multiplayer, where you could feel like this place was evolving. The realm would evolve, but also you played a small part in how that evolved.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I'm looking to go. I'm still trying to do it. I mean, I'm still trying to make my dream.
I know. I was
a lot of money.
We're all trying to make our dream.
Yeah.
How about you, Bruce?
Well, for me, it would probably be, well, I have this really crazy story. Damn it, I can't do the joke. Fuck.
You don't think you can get through without laughing? Or?
No, I couldn't do it. I was going to say, it's about a boy from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I'd probably try and develop some sort of science fiction television show.
Oh, cool.
Because I have a couple of what?
Sorry, they're mentioning Kenshi, which sounds like a lot of what you were describing.
I'm actually gonna play this month. Actually,
people keep being like, "This, you would love this game." So
sorry,
Bruce.
No, it's fine.
We should play together.
Yeah. It would probably be something along the lines of like some sci-fi television show that is very much structured around the way My Hero or Harry Potter plays out. Because I feel like there's the good content with very definable black and white lines is really hard to come by, because our world is not black and white, so it's really hard to make content like that feel not cheesy. Good shows like that are My Hero. Another good example is Harry Potter, and then also Friday Night Lights was like that. There were very defined lines in that show, which I always really appreciated. So yeah, I would probably be like that, like a television show like that, to where hopefully maybe only like 2-3 seasons, play out a whole story, end it, move on. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
What about sci-fi football?
Sci-fi football?
Yeah, Friday Night Lights, but in the future.
He just blew he's having multiple.
I know, I'm having a stroke because what's happening.
The only similar inspirations, Bruce, and these are pretty high bars to clear. Rollerball and the remake, and also Future Sport starring Dean Cain.
Criken, you know what rollerball is?
No.
I didn't think so. And that's even more popular than, what'd you say?
Future Sport.
Future Sport.
There's a boy. Oh, you got a spammer.
I'll get him.
Oh.
You're getting botted like crazy right now.
I actually got view-butted yesterday. That happened.
Uh-oh.
Where are your mods?
You just got to put it in slow mode.
Where are your mods, Craig?
They're asleep. I told you.
Oh yeah, because you're usually not live for another 6 hours.
Yeah.
Come on, Twitch Online viewbots. Come on.
If y'all want to watch, I have for a while. I've been on this kick, and I finally watched The Tuxedo, which is exactly on this vein. But so many horrid movies came out around 98 to 2004 because it was like everyone felt the need to try to make movies feel new because it was the new millennium, baby. But it was a bunch of just old, shitty old men making the same shitty Hollywood decisions. So it was a bunch of like early 90s sensibilities, but with this dazzling veneer of the new millennium. Yeah. And those movies are awful. Rollerball, the remake from John McTiernan, is one of them. Sorry, is it John McTiernan? Anyway, McTiernan.
Did John McTiernan direct that? The director of Die Hard?
Yes, Die Hard 1 and 3, which are phenomenal movies.
They're great movies.
Did the remake of Rollerball, which is trash garbage. I don't know how it happened.
Wow.
There's a really amazing scene. This doesn't spoil it because until you see the movie, you don't understand how terrible of an idea this is. There's an entire 10-minute action sequence in the middle of the film that's shot in night vision. So it's just green and black, and it looks awful. Yeah.
It looks awful.
So go watch that, everybody. LL Cool J and Leading Man.
Don't watch it.
Was it LL Cool J?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I hope I'm not
100% it's LL Cool J.
Okay, thank God.
No, it totally was, because I remember that being like, LL Cool J?
Also the Tuxedo, woof, man. Air quotes Jackie Chan movie, even though it was all wire work. Thank you, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, for ruining action movies for a couple of years. The outtakes of that film are not even good because you can tell Jackie Chan's getting real short with Jennifer Love Hewitt because she keeps laughing in the middle of scenes. And there's one outtake where he's just like, we're wasting film, we're wasting time, why does she keep laughing? And it's they put it in there to try to be oh, they're having fun. I was like, no, he's pissed.
He's spending a lot of money.
That's fun.
Oh man.
Anyway, that's what I did this last week.
Well, you described, Bruce, I'm still on that, the sci-fi sports.
Sci-fi football?
Football, yeah. You should be Rocket League. I want to get the IP of Rocket League, and then you just make that into a thing.
But they're driving the cars.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was the idea.
Well, I mean, when you're playing the game, you're not actually. It's like a remote control car. It's not like you're actually in the car.
God.
Yeah.
In the car.
Yes,
Criken.
exactly.
Okay.
The racers is about them on and off the playing field. Every once in a while, one of them makes the wrong turn, or they're too close to the ball, it explodes. They're dead. They're permanent for the season.
Dead?
Yes.
Not for the season, for life.
No, for the season. They come back.
Oh. Okay.
Clones?
It has to be like this.
Oh, okay, he's right.
Whatever you say.
There was an F-Zero anime that I haven't seen that I need to.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a Game Boy Advance game that was kind of tied into that. Or show could be about drone racing, which, correct me if I'm wrong,
I've watched that.
I think might be the most futuristic. I guess esports is probably the most futuristic.
Have you watched drone racing? Have you ever watched drone racing? Drone racing is pretty futuristic.
But that's just piloting robots, isn't it?
No, they're wearing headsets.
Oh.
And it's drone racing is the fastest thing you've ever seen. The way they race those drones are through this stupid course that they've made.
Drone racing is lame. Hey, El Rey, what are you talking about?
It is so fast. It's all they're doing is banking turns and going through.
It's Tron.
It's basically Tron.
But what makes it better is that everyone who's actually piloting has their goggles on and they're just
yeah, I know, that's
what?
True. That's true.
They're slack and all of their brain energy is going into the.
Yeah, nobody gets
That's
emotional.
super strange.
Disgusting.
Please keep.
Oh, gosh. That was just hand lotion, guys. Just hand lotion.
Yeah. Why?
That's just hand lotion.
That's why we don't moisturize, gentlemen. Got to keep our gaming peripherals clean.
Yeah.
Which also, I have one of those super late gamer mice that has the honeycomb pattern to make it even lighter. Except now I'm starting to see some dust and stuff collect inside there. So
is it carbon fiber?
Gonna have to. No, it's white. Sadly, carbon fiber would be extra gamer.
They made your mouse white?
Oh well, okay. So full disclosure.
Not for long.
Why would they do that?
Well, they made that mouse white, and then I was at QuakeCon, and let me tell you, what a great experience. Going back to QuakeCon, they treated me like a king. But along that line, somebody just dropped off a gamer mouse at my because I had one of the streamer stations.
Uh-huh.
They had this whole row of streamer computers, and I was the only one.
They didn't know. They didn't know who you were.
No, they didn't. But they dropped a pretty sick mouse off, and I was like, "Oh, that's neat." And I tried it out, and it was actually really good. So now I've upgraded to. It's I guess I ought to plug it since I've been using it. I think it's called Glorious Master Race Mice, and like they're
What?
Yeah,
And it's white?
Is it called the final?
What are you
Is it called the final
thinking?
solution? Yeah.
No.
Jesus Lord.
it's something like that. It wasn't me. I don't. I should. I feel bad because I should be actually plugging them properly, but
Why? You shouldn't if this is what their
it's
product
a good
is.
mouse.
I hope that mouse is not called the final solution.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Or like my struggle or
That's
something.
that's
Jesus
something
Christ.
else. But yeah, their icon is like a dude with like awesome pecs and flowing hair, because of course. So I've got that dude on the side of the mouse. It's a good mouse. It's a good mouse. All right. All right.
Everybody's
Jeez.
saying that they are. Everybody in chat saying that it's a good mouse. They're all saying it's a good mouse.
It's a good mouse. I thought about buying one of my own because I didn't want a white one.
Glorious Model O.
Thank you.
Glorious model.
Hold on.
Yeah, look it up.
All right.
See, this is free shit pays off because a man of my influential status will eventually plug your product.
Oh,
There it
it's this weird thing.
Yeah, it's the white one on the left there.
Why is it so ribbed?
Why
So
is it red?
It's to reduce the.
Ugh.
Uses less plastic.
What's that? Is it tryptophobia?
Yeah, that's
I'm
what it
feeling
reminds me
that.
of. That's
Look
what it
at
reminds
this.
me of.
Oh,
Yeah.
that it
That's
doesn't trigger me
awful.
with that. If there were like little worms in each of the holes. that would be
Veto. They eventually your freaking skin dust gets in there and you plug one of the holes.
good. I wash my hands, Criken.
It doesn't get rid of the skin dust.
Doesn't
We
get
all
rid of
got skin dust.
We all get skin dust.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point now where I see not skin, but there's some like dusties accumulating in there, and I gotta take a little brush and scrub it out. I have like do you guys have a little scrubbing toothbrush you use to clean your controllers and peripherals?
No, but I should.
You should.
It's a good idea.
When's the last time you really scrubbed out your keyboard?
Never. Literally never. It's disgusting.
Mine's worse.
That's a fun weekend
sure it is.
project.
Yeah. What does that mean? You're not supposed to agree with me, Bruce.
Yeah, mine's really gross, actually. I've been meaning to replace my keyboard and mouse because they're like 4 or 5
Yeah,
years
I
old.
should too.
And those look a little rusty.
Yeah, they are. They're a little rusty. That's true. But you know what I was waiting for? An influencer deal.
Well, let me. Oh yeah.
That's-
So that like I'd be like
Come to QuakeCon,
be
Bruce.
famous like Lawrence and get a glorious Model O.
Come to QuakeCon, my dude. They will hoist you on their shoulders and celebrate you. They'll sing songs. Oh, garbage man's here.
This is my favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite time of day when all large trucks drive by my house.
No, this is fine.
It's like a parade.
The audience loves it. It makes us more approachable.
My chat I've made emotes for them so that when
yeah.
they hear a
There
garbage
they go.
Yeah, there it
truck,
is.
there they go.
Awesome.
I wonder. That's so sweet. I wish they would. They knew that. You know. That'd be
Those
such a
squealy
nice.
breaks too.
Probably make their day to know that they had a.
Yeah, so that they're famous.
Well, you'd have to explain to them what Twitch is first,
Yeah.
and then explain to them what emotes are.
Yeah. There's a lot of steps, but then once they get it, they'll be like, "That's nice."
And we're like,
Yeah, oh my
fuck
God.
off, kid.
Just throws a banana peel right in your face. It's good times. You guys coming to QuakeCon this year?
No.
No,
Doom Eternal's gonna be out, you guys.
I know.
Yeah.
But we'll have played it.
We can play Quake Champions.
I
together.
never. So many people play games that are already out at conventions, and I really would like to peek into that mindset. Is it just like the community of being around other people that are doing that?
Oh
Or-
well, I mean, QuakeCon is a LAN party. It's a BYOC. It's kind of like DreamHack. So what are you gonna do aside from play games that are out?
Criken.
Are you trying to wrap your head? Do you
What am I gonna do?
know what a LAN party is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry.
That's what the old people used to do back then.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Before the internet.
The old
things.
people.
It's think about it more like a tuner car meetup. You're bringing your rig,
To show off.
yeah, to show off to all the other. You gotta let the hombres know you're bringing the heat when you bring in your LED laced out anime girl stickered PC with your custom lathed.
So it's a flex. It's like a flexing thing.
A little bit, yeah.
It's not though, because everybody's flexing inside this building, and then as soon as you leave, people just scream nerd from everywhere around.
And they throw tomatoes at your little anime girl PC, and you shield her, and you say,
Dive in front.
"Don't
of
you
the
dare!"
No. That stuff stains, man.
Yeah.
It gets in all the little hex holes of your gamer mouse.
Ugh.
You ever try to scrape tomato
hex
seeds out of your
holes.
mouse?
No, never have.
Ew. Nice. Okay.
That's a stupid meme.
Who's Biggie Cheese?
Biggie Cheese
nothing.
is
Is it a real character?
Yeah, it's a character from the movie. Is it Barnyard? He sings a Biggie Smalls song.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not. This
From
is
what movie?
from in Barnyard.
What the hell's Barnyard?
It's an animated movie with cows.
Why do you know all about these garbage anime movies?
This is a meme.
Because he's a baby. He grew up watching trash.
I didn't watch this.
Kangaroo Jack and Scooby Doo.
Okay, so Kangaroo Jack I will defend, and Scooby Doo Cyber Chase I'll defend till the ends of the earth. It was a Shaggy song. Am I
Oh,
wrong?
but wait, why is Biggie singing a Shaggy
Sing
song?
Then that
Bombastic?
is
Are you
confusing.
kidding me?
Oh, it is bombastic. It is bombastic. Yeah, he sings bombastic.
Wait, hold on. So barnyard is where flossing came from?
That's not true at all.
That can't be right.
I thought it was.
But I want to believe it.
Hmm.
Oh, no, they're just making fun of you guys because you didn't know Zoomer things. But hey,
okay.
I would believe that. I would believe that flossing
I'm glad I
originated.
don't know what the fuck this is. Nobody knows
It
this
is true.
So that's not Zoomer at all because Zoomers don't
Wait a
have
minute.
sex.
All right,
What
hold
does
on.
that mean?
Millennials are the last generation to ever actually have physical intercourse.
Barnyard.
We all know
Flossing.
movie.
That's why you don't like talking
Barnyard.
about sex because you're a Zoomer. And you
I'm
can't
not.
stand it. You can't
I'm all
stand
in
it.
between.
It freaks you out. It's like tryptophobia.
It's like I do it, but I have self-hatred while
or
doing
like
it. You know?
vagophobia. I bet you wouldn't have sex with a girl if she had a hexagonal vagina.
I wouldn't. That sounds like a beehive. I don't want to do that.
The human penis is very
Here we go,
flexible.
floss dance. The floss dance?
Yes.
Videos of the dance, social media came, Backpack Kid
Yeah,
did it,
Backpack
right?
Kid.
Right, but Backpack did you learn it from Barnyard?
Hold on, I'm gonna
No one learned anything from Barnyard.
Barn.
Oh, no results.
It just got completely tricked. Look
Wow.
up Biggie Cheese.
I don't want to.
Look it up.
All right. Fuck.
It's a good exchange.
I'm really worried about. Okay, all right.
Oh, you think you're gonna find porn?
You never know.
I like how this related search is bombastic.
Biggie Cheese is a rapping mouse character from the 2006 computer animated comedy film Barnyard.
There we go.
Named after the deceased rapper Biggie Smalls.
Yep.
Yeah.
The character gained much notoriety after being featured in a series of screenshots depicting an erotic chat conversation.
Oh, that's why it's
This is what you're peddling
It's
to
not
the
where
kids?
I heard about it.
Unbelievable.
I did not do my research on Know Your Meme before quoting it, but I would say Biggie Cheese is a funny little bit.
Is it funny?
Although very insensitive.
Yeah, a little bit.
very, very kind of poor taste.
I know, it's true.
0 out of 10. How would you rate Biggie Cheese as a meme?
3.
Oh, you got refined taste, my dude.
What about Kangaroo Jack? Where's he in the
mean,
scale?
I don't think he is.
That hasn't really broken on the meme
He's
scene
just
yet.
an obscurity. And as an obscurity, he's an 8.
You know, we're he's an 8. We're turning Kangaroo Jack into a meme.
I don't think we have that sort of pull, Bruce. I'd
We're
love
doing
to
it.
think I
We're
could.
doing- You know what's weird though? My chat will meme about Kangaroo Jack
Really?
whenever I mention you. Whenever
That's
I
so
talk
sweet.
about you, they talk about Kangaroo Jack.
That's sweet.
It's very nice.
I consider that a compliment.
You want that to be your legacy?
I would prefer a different legacy, but I'll take what I can get.
I like that. That's wise.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
That's so cute.
that's really nice. Do you have a glass of champagne in there too? Look at that.
Wow, that dude's living.
What a time. What a time he's having. Sorry, audio listeners, we're looking at a incredibly large man.
Yeah,
Probably naked in the middle of this beautiful spring.
got a big unit, but he's
It's a little bullfrog.
he's enjoying his time. He's a very round, stout lad, but he's in an enchanted glen of sorts.
Yeah, that's right.
A tiny waterfall is splishing into a little pond that he's residing in, and he seems like he's just having the time of his life.
Austin from my chat really wants me to know. I saw Barnyard in theaters and own the GameCube game and own the movie on DVD. Do you own those things too?
Oh shit!
Okay.
I appreciate that they're a hardcore fan of Barnyard, though.
Now I know what I'm doing when I go home. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fire up Dolphin, Barnyard GameCube ISO into Google, and we're off, baby.
Oh, did anyone play the original Scooby-Doo game? I don't know if it's original. It was the
only like the Atari
the
2600?
Frights. No, I guess I'm thinking of the Nintendo one. It was like Frights and 100 monsters and Frights and whatever. It is
El Rey did.
crazy hard. It is such a hard game, and it is like actually terrifying. Fright of 1,000 Nights. That's it. It's basically like Resident Evil style, where as you progress in each of the rooms, it'll cut to a different angle, and there's monsters there and traps and everything that'll like one hit kill you.
Scary.
So it's genuinely scary. Night of 1,000 Frights, not Frights of 1,000 Nights.
It's like
that would be
like
different.
Maniac
It'd be a
Mansion
very
style.
long fright.
How do you control your character?
Very jankily. It's like
Huh.
like static
Are
cam,
you Scooby or Shaggy?
multiple characters keep switching throughout the night.
You could be Velma?
Yeah, you can be everyone,
Whoa.
and you keep switching between them. They all have their own little mechanics. It's like it was pretty solid, but I couldn't get that far because it was both scary and incredibly hard. The tank controls, exactly. It's like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
The
They, like,
NES
do
game
this.
had tank controls?
I don't think it was NES. I think it was N64.
Oh, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Goodness.
still gotta try it again. I want to replay it on stream.
You should. Do it right now.
Right now?
Right now, let's fire it up.
All right.
Fire it up.
I'll see you guys. Go head home. I'm about to head out. We got to play some Scooby-Doo.
Send a copy to the Talk to the Internet P.O. Box, please.
Oh, was it GameCube?
Yeah, I think it was.
maybe it
Well, Austin
was.
said it was GameCube.
Okay. That's more updated than I remember.
Well, oh, you mean the Scooby-Doo game?
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
no.
talking about Barnyard?
I'm sorry. I got Barnyard and Scooby-Doo mixed
Yeah.
up.
You got to pick one or the other, man. My brain goes
Yeah.
two ways. Scooby-Doo, Barnyard, Kangaroo Jack.
One can only... Oh, there it is.
there it Hey.
Hey, there it is.
He's coming back.
Way on top of it.
You saying horn. Honk the horn.
Well, just slam on the brakes. That's good enough.
Yeah.
I think they're parked right outside my window now.
That's cool.
Telling me to get a job? No, I won't. I will continue playing video games. Guys, I got my item level. I can fight Ruby Weapon now. Whoop, whoop.
What's he talking about?
No idea.
You saw me.
Oh, Final Fantasy?
It makes even less sense, yeah, bringing it up out of
I
context.
assume it was Final Fantasy, but I wasn't sure.
Guys, Final Fantasy VII Remake's coming out. We all got to know what Ruby Weapon is. Although odds are you're not going to get to there in the remakes, part 1.
Criken, you just got told by chat. I have bad news for you. It's
What?
Night of 100 Frights.
Ouch.
Not 1,000.
I was reading chat, okay? I didn't
They
know.
said 100.
Oof, ouch, bro.
That's 10 times less frights.
That is 10 times less frights.
That's a lot less
a lot
frights.
less frights.
Well, that's just one
I'd still
for
say
sequel.
100 is a lot of frights for one night, though.
That was on Game Boy. That's what Austin said.
It was on Game Boy?
That's what Austin said.
Oh my
I
god.
probably Googled it.
It must have been both.
Must have been.
There's no way it was a Game Boy.
Chat, is it Night of 100 Frights or Night of 1,000 Frights?
That was probably 100. 1,000's a lot of
To be
frights.
honest with you, 1,000 Frights sounds cooler.
Yeah.
But do you think they went through the game and counted it and made sure they had 100?
Maybe they ran the numbers and they were like, if we put that extra zero in the title, it's going to cost us $35,000
Yeah.
more.
We got it. Yeah, they went back to
That
the
yellow ink is expensive. I'm always fascinated by that, of how, like, there was one specific problem at one specific time that ricocheted all the way down a decision-making process, and the end result that it's like came out this way for reasons that seem totally inexplicable were actually because, well, the refrigerator wouldn't work in that plug, so now it's in this other, like, I don't know.
That's right.
To me, like, I enjoy that stuff of how, like, weird decision-making and problem-solving can result in weird outcomes that you as an end result would never know.
Well, in large projects with a lot of humans, that's what happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like, somebody, and then, like, because that was part of my job at Funhouse, actually, and Inside Gaming and stuff, was to track down why things were done the way they were.
Yeah.
So I'd have to do, like, detective work to figure out why someone did something. And I get to the very base of it, and somebody would be like, oh, yeah, well, it's because I didn't want to sit next to the air conditioner. I was like, oh, well, we could solve that. It doesn't have to be this way. It can be the other way. So, and I always thought that was funny, because that was only an organization of 15 people. Imagine an organization of 200.
Yeah.
Then there's, like, all sorts of, weird complexities you hadn't thought about.
Would you start with communication where you ask them why they moved away from the air conditioner? Or
I mean, like, but eventually it was because, like, I'd have to start from where I knew.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, oh, well, because of blank told me blank. And then I'd go to blank and then be like, oh,
Okay.
because blank said blank. And then I'd have to go there and then be like, where did this start? And then finally figure it out and be like, oh, okay, this is where it started. And this is why this. So that was, it was really fun. It wasn't fun.
No, it's time-consuming.
It wasn't fun at all. It was
It's time-consuming and underappreciated.
Well,
or extremely unappreciated.
never appreciated.
Yeah. Because nobody knows. It's invisible.
Yeah,
Like,
it's all invisible work. But that's part of managing. It's just what you have to just accept it when that's what you do. So
yeah, it's the same with there's a lot of career paths like that where you only notice it when it's going wrong, which is unfortunate. Kind of like the editing or sound design of entertainment.
Yeah.
It's like you'll know when it's off, but when it's good,
you don't even notice
you'll
it.
probably not notice it unless
Yeah.
you are an editor or a sound designer. You're like, damn, that was smooth.
You're right.
You know,
which makes me think about the porn editing.
naturally.
Because
All the way back around.
Yeah.
well, it was a lingering thought I had of, like, surely there are people who are just the gold standard of editors in porn.
Yeah.
That is a really good
Yes,
point.
absolutely.
Actually, is there rewards for that? Is there?
Yeah, there are
awards for
awards.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
the
for you
Vivid
guys,
Awards.
I wonder, and people in chat, because you can, I feel like to some degree, when you're watching a movie or a TV show, if you think critically about it, you know when the editing's good, or I guess kind of like you said, you know when the editing's bad.
You notice
more
it,
likely.
yeah.
Have you ever noticed, if your head's even on this wavelength, good or bad editing in adult entertainment?
I had never thought about it once.
I've never either.
I've never thought about it either.
But there clearly must be good and
Sure.
bad adult entertainment editors.
I mean, there are, because
So who determines that? Because I, as a consumer, never even think about it.
the one thing I do notice, because like editing, I don't care. Like, I'm sure that I've noticed a bad cut and been like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's porn. But the one thing I do notice, and
I'm talking about porn when Ash Wednesday image pulled up, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe you gave this up for Lent. I noticed terrible acting.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, that's
terrible,
kind of a given.
terrible acting.
My
and
favorite's when they lean into it.
so much so that like I've stopped watching that because it's gross. Like,
That's
I don't like when a man's like,
Oh, you mean that? Yeah.
and like, you know, like, and then a woman's
I
like,
feel like some people might. Some people might. So here, Bruce. Here's another little thoughtable for you.
yes, please.
Do you think that surely? What do you think that like? Okay, do you think a director's like, okay, we're gonna make a loud one today? So they bring out their binder and they're flipping through and they're like, oh, she's real loud. Oh, let's bring her in. Or do you think they book their talent and they're like, all right, we need you to scream extra loud today.
That's
Can you
what it
do
is.
that for me?
I'm
You
sure,
think that's what it is?
I'm sure
Okay.
that's what it is, and because like, and it's always so. Again, they're not actors, so it's very clear
They're
to tell.
performers.
Yes,
They are actors. It's just a different muscle.
Literally.
Yeah,
I mean, you still
you're right.
gotta
No, you're right.
act.
You're right.
It's just-
They are actors. You're right, but they're not good actors.
They're not in the ways we may traditionally see acting as good or bad.
I'll say similar
They
to
have
editing.
different- they
If
have
they're good
different-
actors, you don't notice.
That's true. You're right about that.
No,
Oh, maybe you do.
not
Oh,
quite. I
oh,
would
okay,
say
all right, all right.
good actors you can usually tell are good actors.
My
but-
favorite, I can't remember, and I wish I knew where it was from, but there was a porn parodies that actually sometimes are way more funny than they get credit for because they're unfortunately they're paired with porn. But there was one that was like a Steven Seagal parody, where like it was an Under Siege parody, and they had like action scenes in it where the actor who just had like a ponytail and didn't look at all like Steven Seagal, but they put him in like a turtleneck, and he would go to beat people up, and he would just do this,
Oh, okay.
and they would be like, and then they'd like
So
hit the
it's funny,
floor.
yeah. All right.
There's some clips from that are really good.
Well, yeah, there's like intentionally bad acting bits that are good.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking
Thinking about it, it's so good.
That's okay. All right. Well, that's funny because at least they know what they're limited by. They know they can't shoot an action scene, so that like they have to pretend to.
They should have fun. Porn should be fun. There, I said it.
Porn should be fun.
I disagree.
Oh, okay. All right. Porn should be serious.
It should be painful. It should be in a dentist's office with dry soap.
Okay, I'm glad you went there with the painful thing.
I mean, well, then I'd be really good at it.
Yeah.
But would you be acting, Bruce?
No, those would be all natural reactions.
Now imagine there's a podcast about somebody who watched that video and they said, Bruce makes too many noises. He screams too much. He's in too much pain. What would you say to that, Bruce? Would you feel insulted?
My gosh, this is like pornception.
Through the looking glass.
Yeah,
Bruce.
this is super weird. Good thing the podcast is over.
Aw,
All right, we made it. We made it to the end.
limped across the finish line.
Yeah, that was a limp.
we
Thanks.
came all the way back around to the porn because we started
Yeah.
with porn.
Thank you, Xdurance.
Callback jokes are the best jokes.
I
You gotta
drank like a third of
bring
this
full
and
circle.
Somebody give me some weights.
Can you taste the non-artificial flavors?
I'm gonna play Bloodborne and do some
colors.
bicep
Zero
curls.
colors. Can you taste the creatine?
Like,
How about the
I don't think it has creatine.
Oh, it doesn't.
sadly.
Oh,
Hold on, let me look.
it should. It should have creatine.
Leucine, acesulfame, potassium, natural flavors.
That's right.
Niacinamide,
As natural as broccoli.
Cyanide.
As natural as it does sound like cyanide.
Yeah.
nature's toothbrush is what they call it. And Valine. That's the BCAA aminos that are coursing through my blood right now.
You gonna do some, have you lifted weights yet?
Bulking. No, I skipped today because I wanted to do some tech.
Damn it! Because you
Earlier.
should go home and then do it right now.
I gotta go get a haircut.
Ant. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be jittering in the seats.
Sitting in the seat
My haircut's
alone.
gonna be all messed up later.
I have a challenging question for you, Bruce.
The internet challenge of the week.
Well, this is more of just a perplexing thought I just had.
Oh, okay.
Garbage Day is Wednesday, right? Am I right about this?
Oh, you mean? Are you
Just
talking about
traditionally, yeah. Like
traditionally? I don't know.
as of today, as of like just generally,
Sure.
the garbage trucks
Let's
come
just
on Wednesday.
assume that. I mean, I think they come on like Mondays and Fridays too.
Okay.
We go. Yeah.
It's mostly Wednesdays.
Sure.
That's where they all come by.
Why not?
Why do we decide to have our podcast during the time that they come by?
Because it doesn't matter. So if you're sitting here in the seat like I am,
Yeah.
7 hours a day,
Oh, you know exactly
it doesn't
when
matter.
they come and go.
There are trucks upon trucks upon trucks.
Do you think? Then my follow-up question is: do you
Yes.
think the garbage truck storage facility is up the road here?
No. So without revealing too much about where I live, the reason you hear the truck is because of all the other things. So, and that's why we only ever hear it right here, because it's always going back and forth.
Okay.
I hear it every morning too. It comes in the fucking morning as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
So they really do make a transit of this.
It's constant. It is a constant thing. Not to mention delivery trucks, FedEx trucks, UPS trucks, every other truck known to man drives by my house.
Can you tell them apart by now? You know the weight of the car based on.
I can be, because like, also another thing that happens every day, no joke, every day, is we get 2 huge fire trucks. Massive fire trucks. Sirens, lights, the whole deal. Every fucking day. Somebody dies in here every day. It's like, I don't know what it is, man. My
God.
And so, like, living right here, I get to see it all.
Wow.
I see it all.
Now that, if you think about all the skills we've developed that we're probably not aware we've developed, but we're like specifically better than most people at, I would say that's probably one of yours. On hearing the sound of a vehicle,
I would agree.
At this distance, I bet you could tell a lot more about it than most people could.
I know who it is. I know what they're doing. Well, I don't know what they're doing, but I have an idea of what they're doing. And you know what? I'm tired of them.
All of them.
All of them. Literally all of them.
Do you have any of those? I'm curious about this thought.
Skill?
A lot of dogs.
Do you have a skill that you think you have that most people don't have, that you would not have, like you wouldn't put in like a resume? Like,
just
I
based
can
on
tell.
my living circumstance, or just
in general? Like what, based on your entire life up to this point?
And this relates a little bit to what I mentioned at the outset of the podcast. I can determine safely within I want to say a 2 to 3 year range, what year a commercial was produced and aired.
Huh. 2 years.
It gets very easy once you know what to look for. A big thing is motion graphics and lower thirds. That is a huge dating through like the 90s of like video toaster shit. Throughout the 80s, video quality, again, lower thirds and titling give it away a lot. And then just generally the music that's used, a lot of the ad hooks they use, the narrative that tells. I can get to where if I watch a couple of commercials, I'll know roughly what year it was aired on television, because I've done it a lot. Is it?
It is. I gotta try that with you sometime.
Yeah, that can be a bit for the podcast.
That has to be a really good.
Show me a commercial, and I'll try to guess what year it came out in.
Criken, what's your special skill?
I asked this question without knowing my answer.
Yeah,
but
what can you do?
Mine would probably be similar to Lawrence's in that, like, I'm very good at honing into demographic and like what the intended emotional reaction something is trying to elicit, and that even extends to stuff that I've never watched. Like if I went on like TV and I just turned to a random channel, I can usually, I think, pick like an age range and like a gender and like even like income, and like have a pretty good idea of who they're trying to market to, why, and give a good kind of reason why. So
that's a good skill. That's a marketable business skill.
Yeah. I also have very long arms and hands, as Chet is saying.
I have noticed that as
well.
well. I've noticed very long fingers.
Yeah.
It's not too late, Criken. 30 and 30.
Not too late? For boxing?
Yeah, get you in a boxing gym, man.
That's true. You have a long reach.
Yeah, you got those arms, man.
Nobody could get into you.
You got that extra inch, boosh!
With the big old hands.
I can reach the extent
you have a really long wingspan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I can really... if I stood back there and extend my arms, I think they'd still go off camera.
He'd knock the mic. He'd swat the camera off your desk. He's got to be careful with those things.
It's like when at the movie theater, like you do like the whole like thing. I could do that with 2 seats on either edge. I could have
2 girls.
I could have 4 girls.
Gets the entire aisle.
And just go
4
like
girls.
this. And just they all think that I'm right here, and it just keeps going.
They love it.
She scared me. I'm like, who's over there?
Yeah, I was the best at that in school, where you like tap someone on like the shoulder like that.
And then
there was no way it could have come from me, because I was over
4
here.
seats away.
Yeah.
I just did a spooky story with a long-armed thing in World of Horror, which is a pretty.
I want to play that game. It looks pretty good.
It was a long-armed man. Anyway.
All right.
Won't spoil anything. Hey, podcast.
We made it.
We did it.
We did it. We made it to the end.
Thanks for listening to the podcast, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
Oh yeah, listen to it on iTunes, Spotify.
Yep. Give us a review if you got some time. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Oh, it's on a lot of things. It's on Pocket Cast, Stitcher. It's been added to a lot of different services now. So
there are links in the description of the YouTube video for me, at least. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, I need to get better about putting it there. But also, if there's a service you use that the podcast is not on, let me know and I'll submit it. But yeah, we if you go to the Anchor Anchor.fm page for it. I think it's like anchor.fm/Lawrence-Sonntag.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I didn't know how they'd make the URL when I was filling it out. But that has all the episodes plus links to all the other networks if that helps you find the one that you use.
And give it a little review.
Yeah.
Give it a review because it'll help us.
Yeah, it'll help us get that NordVPN money and that energy drink money. Yeah.
No, I'm not making an OnlyFans account. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, YouTube.